Public defenders are a crucial part of Missouri's justice system. They represent the poorest of Missouri's citizens in court to ensure everyone receives a fair trial. And yet, since the creation of the public defender system more than 30 years ago, Missouri has never fully funded it. Today, the system stands on the brink of total collapse, threatening to take our entire justice system down with it.
I mean, this is a terrible system. Citizens need to know how bad it is.
Our history of appropriation has been so abysmal that we are actually dead last in terms of all of the states that track this information.
If we have not had a perfect storm in the past of too many cases, too few public defenders, the recent economy and the state's budget crisis is making it an even more perfect storm.
Important players across Missouri's justice system agree the public defenders are severely underpaid and overworked, meaning Missouri cannot provide justice for those who can't afford their own lawyers. The problem has roots in two areas. First, the state does not budget enough money to keep experienced defenders or hire new ones. Second, a state mandate requires defenders to accept every case assigned to them, regardless of severity of the charge or how overworked the defender might be. Army Brigadier General Marty Robinson is head of the Missouri Public Defender System. He compared the situation to an unwinnable battle.
Now, if your leaders are saying take that hill and they're sending a squad in there to certain failure, shame on the leaders. All right? Shame on the leaders.
And the squad still goes.
Squad still goes.
The leaders Robinson is talking about are a succession of governors who did not ask the legislature to allot enough funding. A poor public defender system not only puts the innocent at danger of wrongful prosecution, but could potentially give guilty criminals legitimate appeals. The latest administration defends how it's funding the defenders.
We have to make significant cutbacks, and by significant I'm talking about $634 million in vetoes or restrictions that have had to be made so far in this budget year. The public defender system is one of the few agencies that's seen an increase in its funding, and to $500,000, and that is in recognition of, yes, there is a strain there. It also is a recognition that, yes, we're facing very tough economic times.
A $500,000 increase when the federal stimulus package entitled the Missouri Defenders to $2 million. Initially, Nixon withheld the entire sum. Only recently, under public pressure, did the governor release even the $500,000. Nixon has also acted against attempts to ease caseloads in the defender's office. This year, Nixon vetoed a universally popular bill that would have given public defenders the right to refuse to take on minor crimes. The lighter caseload would have allowed the defenders to concentrate on defendants charged with more serious crimes. Skip Walther, president of the Missouri Bar Association, says funding needed to lighten caseloads would not be hard to find. Finding that money, he says, serves the justice system and does justice to hardworking public defenders.
There are stories of public defenders living in their grandparents' basement because they can't afford to pay rent or to buy a home. The amount of money that the public defender system needs is, when compared to the total budget for the state of Missouri, really not even a drop in the bucket. Even though what the public defender needs is several $million in increased appropriation. Nevertheless, when compared to a budget in excess of $20 billion, it's not very much money at all from the state standpoint. From a societal standpoint, do we want to honor our Constitution?
Rodney Uphoff, former Associate Dean of the Mizzou Law School, says lawyers take an oath to only take on cases they can defend to the best of their ability. The current system makes that impossible.
They are ethically obligated to refuse to take cases if they already have such a high caseload that they can't provide competent representation. I think that the individual public defender has the ethical obligation to say, then find me in contempt, judge, because I can't do it.
Uphoff says that new taxes aren't the only way to ease the funding crisis, but that decriminalization of some offenses or getting rid of the expensive death penalty could free serious money. Robinson says Missouri's public defenders do their job for the cause of justice, in spite of enormous caseloads and no change in sight.
I have never seen a more dedicated, hardworking, good-hearted, absolutely the pride and what is good about the Missouri Bar are the Missouri Public Defenders and the staff that we have. They are absolutely doing heroic things, but they're being asked to do things that are beyond the means of what they have.
I asked Robinson to assess the state of Missouri's justice system.
Some people would suggest it's already collapsed.
A case from Columbia's own public defender office recently went before the Missouri Supreme Court. That case seeks to allow public defenders to refuse minor cases regardless of the vetoed legislation. A decision on that case is expected next year. However, Missouri's justice system also has a serious problem with how many citizens actually qualify for public defender assistance. So addressing one problem could actually worsen another.